Hello everyone and welcome to the course Design Borefields with Confidence. My name is Wouter Peer and I'm the founder and main developer of GHG Tool Cloud, and I will be your host and your teacher throughout this course. Now, there might be a variety of reasons why you'll be here. Perhaps you're new to the world of borefield design and you're just getting started with your first project. Or perhaps you have already a decade of experience and you joined us to learn a thing or two about the latest models or the newest innovations. Whatever the reason may be, thank you for joining us and welcome. And thank you for deciding that you want to level up your geothermal design game. Because that's basically the goal of this course. We want to give you on the one hand the physical insights in how a borefield works, both from a thermal and a hydraulic perspective, so that later on when you're doing simulations in your day-to-day life or your day-to-day practice, that you know why the system behaves the way it does. And we will go further than the theory as well in this course, because we want you to be able to apply this theory in practice. And that's why we will focus on doing case studies, giving you examples, giving you tutorials, giving you also some homework so you can play around and really learn these theoretical concepts, how they apply in practice. And we will do all of this with a minimum of mathematics. This will not be a detailed mathematical borefield design course. You can find those in the universities. No, we will focus here on reasoning and insights. And we will do that based on, again, case studies, examples, but also graphs, and from time to time, indeed, a couple of formulas. But we will keep it to a low level so that there is no background information needed in order to follow along with this course. Now, if you want a little bit more mathematical background information, our textbook, which is freely available over on our website, will have these yellow boxes with some deepening insights. Now, you can skip over these if you are not interested, but if you want some more background information, you can read it to further understand certain concepts, but it's not strictly required to follow along with this course. As said, we're going to make a couple of examples and tutorials in this course so that you know how you can apply this theory into practice. And we will use GHG Tool Cloud for that. Now, GHG Tool has only been released at the end of 2024, so it's a rather new software, but with a really active community. Almost 100 companies use GHG Tool for their day-to-day borefield design. Tens and tens of universities use it for their master thesis students, for education, as well as for research. And we also already partnered with a couple of industry manufacturers that developed new innovative products, and we partnered with them to develop mathematical models and implement it in the software. And together, these industry manufacturers, we have the researchers, we have you, our users. Together, we are all focusing on making better borefield designs. And since you joined us for this course, we're really happy to welcome you into this vividly growing community. Besides the examples in GHG Tool, we also wrote some questions at the end of each chapter over on our website. It's highly recommended that you try to solve these yourself, so you really process whatever we try to teach you in that specific chapter. And next month, every time, we will also release the answers, so you can see how it compares to what we think is the right answer to this specific question. Now, since you're watching this, you already know there will also be a whole video course related to the textbook over on the website, which will be available in multiple languages as well. So if you're watching this in English, this is the original content, but I also want to welcome the people watching this in Dutch, in German, in French, and in Spanish. We used AI to make this video available to a broad audience, and I hope it does the trick well. Now, whenever some things are unclear, please visit the original English version and the English text over on our website, because AI still can make some mistakes. But welcome if you join us in another language as well. Now, what will we be covering in this course? It's not yet written in stone, we're still updating it and writing it along the way, so it can change, but the idea is that today, when you're watching this, we have released the insights, why do we care about borefield design and what are the required inputs for it? Next month in February, we will be releasing the Introduction to Borefield Physics, and we will be doing our first simulation. And in March, we will deepen these insights. We will go to more advanced state-of-the-art models and discuss how the design changes when we go to more advanced models. In April, the idea is to focus more on the hydraulic side of things. And in May, really make some sensitivity analysis on the design of borefields. In June, we will cover some innovative solutions from the industry and how these relate to all the other things we have already discussed. In July, I'm going to take a summer break, and in August we will be back, and then we will be talking about the methods in GHG2. How is a borefield actually sized? Because previously we will be talking about the physics, and now we will be focusing more on methodologies. Which methodologies are there in GHG2 to size automatically a borefield for you? In September, we will apply that to bigger projects, bigger residential projects, where we will discuss things like simultaneity, different degrees of collective systems, and so forth. And towards the end of the year, we will really look into more complicated geothermal systems, hybrid systems, systems with regeneration, and so forth. And normally we will be done by the end of November. Perhaps in December we will do an exam of some sort. I'm not quite sure. We will see when we go along. So this was basically what I wanted to say to you in this introductory video. Please join us for the next one, and I hope you enjoy the content we have prepared for you. I'm looking forward to seeing you in our next video.